Hi everyone, welcome to the latest update on Blackwood N-gauge layout. I'm very aware that it's probably been about 5 or 6 weeks since I last posted anything, but it's been really good hot weather here in Scotland. So this room that the railway's in has really been baking hot, and it's really not been the best of environments to be working on the model railway. And obviously with the good weather, I've been taking the advantage to do quite a lot of work to the outside of my own property in terms of painting it. So I've been really busy on other projects. That being said, the railway hasn't been totally neglected. The camera's currently pointed at the area that I relayed, made the slight track alteration on the last video, and on that video I was obviously saying that my next project would be to extend this road bridge that you can see here across the tracks. And in the last video I had actually spoken about this area here that I'm just pointing out, green area there. I thought there would have been enough room to put some sort of a bridge support. Once I put the ballast in, I thought no, that's not going to be possible. However, I was looking at a railway magazine a number of weeks ago, and I saw an actual bridge where the tracks were very similar to the way in which we see laid out here, and it was very clear that the actual middle support, which would have been going in round about here on this actual bridge, tapered away, so it was wider at one end than it was at the other end. So that got me thinking, and I have been working away, and I have, if I bring this in here, actually been constructing the next bridge, as you can see. So what we have got is we've got essentially a single arch here, just where the two tracks start to diverge, and on the other side it's just a straightforward double arch, and then over here it's a double arched bridge section right the way through. So I had been going to do some videos and as I was actually building this bridge, but as I say, the weather up here was so hot that really wasn't possible. As you can see, the bridge is obviously still in construction, but I'll try and explain roughly how this is actually constructed. If I probably turn it over this way, you'll get a better idea. Essentially, to start with, it is just three blocks made up out of card. So here we have first block here. Obviously it has to follow the curvature of the inside of the track. Here's the middle section where we see it's wider at this end than it is at the bottom end, and then again we have this next end section here. What we've done is we have what I've done, sorry, is I've used the Metcalf bridge kits, and I've obviously used various parts of them. The actual facings, obviously they would not be the correct size, so they've had to be cut to be put in. And I think you can probably see, if I come in there, you'll see there's a join there. That will be hidden because I will put some sort of an architectural feature, and that will hide that join. It's not quite so noticeable on the other bridge. You can see there's just a slight line coming down. It's a similar picture on, if I turn the bridge over, it's a similar picture on the back. You can see where I've had to slightly fill in on that side there and this side here. Again, that will be covered up by some architectural features. Again, what you can see is, if I probably tilt the bridge slightly, you can see on this side, this is looking through, it's just basically a double track bridge. On this side here, I don't know if you can pick it up, you'll see that it's, or maybe it's, if I turn it this way, yeah, if I turn it that way, I think you can see on the right hand tunnel portal, you can see that it's narrower at the back than it is at the front, and that's just following the actual shape of the track. So as I say, it's all it is simply you start off, you build your three, or I've built the three basic square blocks for here, one in the middle, one at the end. It's then got a single sheet, laminated sheet, put on the top to join them all together. Laminated sheets then been covered with 400 grit black sandpaper, which is then painted with Humbro, and I think it might be Humbro 90, it's one of the Humbro 90s, I can't remember if it's 93 or 95 or 98. Obviously it's not finished yet. We've got in some buttresses here, we've got in some detailing here, there's obviously various bits and pieces, and as you can see, when I stick it back in, we've got the overhang on here to give the support to this end of the road bridge. It simply slots in, and as you can see, covers or goes over the four tracks that we're seeing there, and it's ready obviously for the next part of the bridge, the last part of the bridge, to come over here. Now, when I did this rebuild, we obviously, this area that you can see in green, obviously opened up, and those of you who have been looking at previous videos will notice that the rock formation that ran from here down to this bridge here, picks up there, sorry, down to there, you'll notice that has now disappeared, and that's simply because when I was constructing this new section of bridge, I thought to myself, you know, it's just not going to look right, the rock formation's just not going to look 100%. So I then thought of the idea of, well, why don't we have a network rail access point coming from here? Only has to be a very narrow track, and rather than it coming down to the actual baseboard level, if we were to raise the ground up slightly, it would mean a shorter road track. So if we bring in the next bit that I've been working on, is this here. It just looks like really just looks like a very, very large platform. If I turn it over, you can see it's simply, it's carved again, basically built along the lines of a Metcalf platform kit. It's just corrugated cardboard. It sits in here, follows the lines of the track. The retaining wall that was sitting in here has been recovered, and if I then stick this in, it's been recovered and it's been reduced in height. If I bring that into focus, you can actually see that. That's going to sit there, and obviously I'll have to carry along here. And then the last part we have is an access. Now it's not really a road, this is going to be more of a track, a dirt track if you like. So as you can see, when you put all these component parts together, it's amazing how you start to fill up what was a very, very large, or fairly large, blank section of the baseboard. So this will all be stuck down. All this here will probably be done again with smaller rocks. I've kept, as you can see, I think on the top there, I've kept some of the rock because there's nothing wrong with it. Similarly on this side here, the rock's all been recovered. So it will be reused. It may have to be cut down because it'll be too big, but all these areas here along here will all be covered, as I say, in rock, grass, weeds, etc. And we already have the ubiquitous network rail van purchased, so we've got an access track that will come down here. We may have some electrical installations, maybe something like that there. so there's a reason as to why network rail are down. We can probably put on some ladders or walkways down to the track here. I was also thinking whether or not we could maybe even have a signing on point for these sidings here. I don't know whether that's possible. I don't think it will be possible. I don't think there's enough room to fit the Bachmann signing on building that they currently do. I'll need to see what the dimensions of that are, but certainly we could have some electrical installations down here, and that's the reason why we have the network rail van coming down from the road bridge here. So really it's a very, very quick update tonight. That's really what I've been doing over the past month. It doesn't look a lot at the moment because it's still work in progress, but if I come round here you should get an idea. There's plenty of room there to put in, obviously it'll be covered in plaster cloth, etc. So there'll be embankments, rock faces, possibly some brick retaining walls along there. But all in all, it brings back and it divides these two areas up quite nicely. So that's it for just now. Hope this good weather carries on, and hopefully the next update you'll be able to see a bit more progress on the actual layout itself, and hopefully I will be able to have some trains running. Okay, thanks for watching. Cheers, and I'll see you next time.